chipping. Chipping. That's all that life is.
Hit it. Do you have any African American teachers?
Yes, one.
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
Do you have any Caucasian American, Latino American, or Asian American teachers?
Yes. Caucasian and
my teachers are Caucasian and my Spanish teacher is Mexican.
like Yoel, my teachers are Caucasian and Spanish teacher is Mexican.
We only have white teachers.
We'll have more Caucasian teachers.
How do you think your Caucasian American, Latino American, or Asian American teachers could support you more? Make your experience in school or in class more comfortable, more interesting?
I think they could support me more by actually giving me just a teeny bit more support, because sometimes they just, like, I finish something and I got a little thing wrong and I don't understand it. I'm not really told how I got it wrong and why.
They have low expectations of me. When I do something good, they're so surprised, but I'm just as good as anybody else. In fact, I get better grades than most of the white children in my school.
They just try not to act like I'm so bad and like I can't do anything right. Like I'm just gonna be some fugitive and going to school full of Caucasians.
Could you read the question again?
How do you think your Caucasian American, Latino American, or Asian American teachers could support you more? Make your experience in school or in class more comfortable, more interesting?
Well, they could just, when I don't get something, they could like help me. When I raise my hand, they could help me. When I need help, they could just help me.
The teachers can call on me more, come to me when they know that I need help, and also don't yell too much.
Again, how do you think your Caucasian American, Latino American, or Asian American teachers could support you more? Make your experience in school or in class more comfortable, more interesting?
Well, another thing they could do for me is just to call on me a little bit more. Like in some classes, although we only have 20, we have like sometimes like 9 people raise their hand. In that situation, never really called on. And sometimes I just want to be called a little bit more in English.
They could make teachers more. They could hire teachers that are more educated, and we don't have any black teachers, you know. There's no one I can relate to. The only African American people we have at our school are doing busy work, you know, like in the office or gardening, you know. Black people we're just as smart as anybody else.
Hire more African American teachers and just because Yoel said, like there's no one to relate to for us. We just have to stick with each other and try to work through everything that happens.
Like they said, they should hire more African American teachers, and there's like no one to relate to, so they're just not gonna. It's not gonna be fair.
They should hire more African American not students, but teachers,
because sometimes you kind of don't have anybody to relate to, like African Americans. Like, you know how you are. Like, if you want somebody to kind of be like you, and another teacher comes and they're like you, then you would have like a relationship with them. So then after that, that's good. And then if somebody else has a relationship with somebody else that has something with them, that's good too. Yeah.
How does it feel to be a young man in the Oakland Bay area in 2010?
It feels great because I know I have a lot of opportunities in front of me, and I have a great road coming up. I feel like I'm going to do good in school for the rest of the school year. I will be doing great in 7th grade next year.
It feels great. I might not have as much opportunity, but I'm going to work hard enough so everything will fall into place, you know? I mean, I'm going to have a great life.
Yeah, it feels great just to be able to go home and just be educated and just tell my family what I've learned and what I can teach other people.
It feels awesome. It's a new year. I feel like I have so many opportunities to do it. The world is like in my hands.
It feels great because everything that you did last year, even though if you did something bad, then just let go of it. It's a new year, so just be you, the new you.
Finally, is there anything that you would like to say to your parents, to your teachers, and or to the world? And if so, what is it that you would like to say?
I would like to say something to my parents that I love them, and to my teachers that I'd like to thank them for being such great teachers. And I wanted to say to the world that we must stop all this littering and all this bad stuff, or else we're just going to die in the future.
Well, I'd like to tell my teachers I'm just as good as anybody else. I get just as good grades, if not better, than all the white kids. And I also like to tell my dad that, you know, what he didn't have, I'm going to make up for, you know, because I have the opportunity and I'm going to use it. And I just want to tell the world I'm good and ready, and yeah.
Well, just to tell my parents and the world that I'm ready for anything, and to tell my parents that I appreciate them for making this happen, and putting me in a school that actually teaches something, and doesn't just do like randomness all over the place. And yeah.
I'd like to thank my parents. I would like to say to my parents that I love them, I appreciate them, they're very great. And so some of my teachers, I just kind of don't like, you know, if you can't, I'm just as good as any other kid in the class, and if you can't see that, then you're ignorant. You're mistaken.
I would like to thank my family for everything that they've done for me, and for the teachers for supporting me, and everybody that I know for supporting me and making me do more good in school. Yeah.
Chipping. That's all that life is. Chipping.